Good morning, everyone. Excuse me. Let us, while the music is going, let us namaskar, type our kundalini, and put ourselves into Bandhan. Jai Shri Mataji. Fabulous, lovely to have your company. Sometimes I have things planned, and this morning I had the morning planned, and then I picked up the mantra book, and so there's a change of plans to what I was going to do. I opened up on Shri Mataji on meditation. I thought, oh, I'll just have a quick glance before we start this morning. And I'm like, oh, that sounds good. Well, we could do that, and then we could do this, and then we could do that. So we're going with this morning. So I've picked out parts of it to help us get into meditation, and we'll just work through that together this morning. So take a deep breath. And while I get my head around what I'm doing. So we'll start with Ganesha's mantra. And after that, we'll just say, I forgive, I forgive. So let's do that. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nimala Devi Namo Namaha. And while we say, I forgive, let's just focus on Shri Mataji's photograph. And looking at the bindi is always very good. And let's do the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. If we're having thoughts coming to us, have to do this today, got to do that later on, we can just say, Mother, I surrender this to you. So any thought that's popping into your head, just say, Mother, I surrender this to you. And you can just surrender any worries you have to Mother as well. I surrender all my family problems, money worries. Shri Mataji, I surrender these to your holy lotus feet. Just put our right hand onto our heart and ask Mother to fill our hearts with love. Shri Mataji, please fill my heart with your divine love. Shri Mataji, please let this light of divine love shine through me to everybody who I talk to, meet, glance at. May your love flow freely through me. And now we can ask Shri Mataji to give us the necessary temperament needed for meditation. Shri Mataji, please give me the temperament needed for meditation. Please give me the attention for meditation. Please let me feel one with the divine. I'll say a mantra to Shri Nivichara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nivichara Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nimala Devi Namo Namaha. And then we'll say a mantra to Shri Mahat Hamkara, just to help bring down our ego. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahat Hamkara Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nimala Devi Namo Namaha. And we'll do it 2 more times. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahat Amkara Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahat Amkara Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. If you feel that the ego is still there, the right side might be a bit active, we can just raise that left over to the right and push the right side down, and can do that 7 times. I guess if you're feeling a little bit lethargic or tight, you could do it the opposite way. And let's just raise that Kundalini up through the center. If you're feeling any emotions, you can surrender those emotions at the lotus feet of your mother. Shri Mataji says that these emotions will start dissolving and they'll become sort of expanded. Expanse, you see. You extend them in such a way that you will feel you are in control of them. And by controlling those emotions, your emotions are expanded, enlightened, and powerful. So let's just watch our breathing now. Just try and reduce our breathing. Just pause when we breathe in. And breathe out. And again pause. And breathe in. And pause. And breathe out. And at your own pace, just do that for a little bit more. And while we are doing this breathing, we can put our attention on our heart or on our emotions. And it's good to hold that breath in. And we start to see that there is a space between our thoughts. And let's now raise our Kundalini up 3 times. Actually tie it up like we do at the beginning. So raise that Kundalini, tie a knot, and then repeat for the 2nd and 3rd time. And take your time and really put your attention on bringing that Kundalini up through all of those energy centers. Allow yourself to have that space between your thoughts. Now we're going to say the 3rd of the 3 great mantras, and we're going to do it 3 times. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Now it's open now. If you see, now you can open again your Sahasrara like this and see that you are stationed there. Once this has been done, then you go into meditation. Reduce your breathing will be better. You reduce your breathing as if stopping it, but no exertion about it. Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi, Braham Gardens, London, 1981.
With our introspection, are we?
Sorry folks about that. I couldn't get to it until I pressed play. This is called strengthening the attention.
Find out with our introspection, are we our guru or not? Because before this, your mind was on one side and your heart was on another side and your attention was in another dimension. So these three things were creating confusion within you. If you understand a human being, then you will be surprised to see how these three things act separately in a human being. And sometimes they fight also. First is your intellect and your mind. Second is your heart, your feelings, your emotions. And the third one is your attention. In these modern times, this confusion is the worst because all the time your attention is outside. It could be towards beautiful things or beautiful women or beautiful men or all kinds of nonsensical way of wasting your energy. Such attention then is absolutely like a horse which is let loose. You cannot control such an attention. And this attention runs wild from one to another. It is a fashion also. It's sort of a very popular thing to keep the attention moving all the time. But this attention that has to be towards the divine, towards the Almighty, is just being frittered away. Thus, attention doesn't grow its own roots. First is to find out about yourself. Where does your attention go? What makes you feel like looking after or concern or attention? You see, the attention comes from various problems and could be your upbringing where you are not controlled. Could be your education, could be your atmosphere in which you live, or could be your own ego or your conditioning. So this attention is being attacked by all these outside energies or negative forces, and it gets entangled. Like a river flowing straight into the ocean can get lost in a barren place. In the same way, this attention, which has to go towards the divine, gets frittered away and is punished. This weak attention cannot take you towards the divine. Ultimately, you find that all this attention is being completely absorbed or frittered away by the nonsense that's going on. Unfortunately or fortunately, you are born in these modern times. And in these modern times, as you know, it's a very chaotic condition. In these chaotic conditions, you don't know what is right and what is wrong. And there are all kinds of attractions which can take away your attention and reduce the energy of your attention. It is possible more for the people who are very right-sided. Also, the left-sided people can be very much affected. Right-sided people, as you know, go up to a point and become extremely dry, self-opinionated, and aggressive. All their attention is in aggression. While the people who are on the left side are indulging too much into their own whims and their desires and their own temptations. Both sides can fritter away your attention, which is the most important thing. It is the most valuable thing is your attention. But the attention cannot be controlled by a person who doesn't have a weak mind or a weak heart. Now supposing you take somebody who is a very intelligent person. The intelligent person puts all his attention in capturing the attention of others. I don't know why, but it's a kind of a paradox. The person who himself is having such a lot of aggressiveness and all that, tries to be very sweet, tries to be very nice with people, just to keep good relations, or we can say the good behavior towards people so that they pay attention to that person. This is a very subtle thing. They are not even aware about it, that we do such a thing just to make others pay attention to us. That is how we have seen that in these modern times, so many stupid things people do just to attract the attention of others. Most of the fads that had come up in modern times are just to make something stupid so that people should pay attention to them. Of course, the Sahajogis are not like that. But I'm just pointing it out. How in the modern times you have to be very careful that you should not try to attract the attention of others. Instead of that, what you have to do is to pay attention to others in a very subtle way, not with any expectation that if you are paying attention to somebody, that person should pay attention to you. A person who is really in connection with the divine is least bothered about how people pay attention to that person, but automatically the attention of such a person is on others, which is very, very subtle, very subtle. You cannot make out that the attention of such a person is on you, but it works, and it works beautifully. So then when we come to our heart, in the heart resides the spirit, as you know very well. Now when it is the heart which has to work over your brain, and which can work, what becomes of you is nothing but you become a source of love and compassion. A source, I am saying. You do not assert on others. You do not say that I have done so much for you, and what are you doing to me? What is this that I should have so much expressed in so many ways, and here you are forgetting me and not doing anything for me. So the expectation of reward, if it is there, then you must know it's your mind which is giving you these ideas and is working it out that way that you just now put attention to the amount of love the other person has given you for whatever you have given to another person. It's very subtle. So in Sahaja Yoga, you should see now yourself as just a source of love which is just flowing. In that you do not say that you have to have this or that, or you have to achieve this goal, or you have to become that. It's finished now. Once you have become the source, then how can you become something? The thing is, those who are receiving from the source want to have some sort of a reward or some sort of a recognition. In this subtle way, if you move, your mind is very clever. In Sahaja, we have very clever, intelligent people. But this mind, you have to be very careful. Because this mind can cheat you. So ask your mind, why are you in Sahaja? What is the purpose of your Sahaja? Gradually this mind will shut up. And then you have to ask yourself that what is my own desire now? What do I want? What do I want to achieve? Why I am in Sahaja? If you ask this question, you will see you will just dissolve. You will become thoughtless.
Let's be in thoughtlessness together, silently. Thank you everyone for joining this morning. I will put on some music and we can just enjoy that for a little while. But let's just collectively, while the music's starting, let's namaskar, tie up our kundalini and put ourselves into Bandhan. Jai Shri Mataji. Thank you everyone for joining. May you have a wonderful, wonderful Sahaja day. Shri Mataji.